Hey y'all, welcome to Music Tutor, where we try to teach you how to read music. Today we're going to start with a really important vital concept for reading music, the music staff.
Each line or space represents a different note. There's multiple clefs to represent different ranges for different voices and instruments. Most people and instruments use the treble clef, also known as G clef. However, the second most used is bass clef, also known as F clef. Like the tubas, trombones, the bass in the choir, and tenors in choir. Bass clef will get its own video one day. There's a couple more clefs, but only extreme instruments like violins or cellos use them. But today we will focus on the treble clef.
Alrighty, so this little symbol here is the treble clef symbol, which is also known as G clef because the symbol centers around the note G. Starting at the bottom of the staff, we go up. The notes use the alphabet, but only the first 7 letters. Starting at the bottom of this picture, we go C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So let's just take a look at the lines right now, so we'll ignore all the other notes for a moment.
Starting at the bottom of the staff, we use the acronym EVERY GOOD BOY DOES FINE. The bottom note is E, and because we're only looking at every other line, we skip some letters in the alphabet.
So this note here would be G, this one a B, this an E, this one F, and lastly this is a D. It doesn't matter what order you put the notes in, it'll always be based on where they are in the staff.
Cool beans, let's try this. Go ahead and pause the video while I show you a note, and you can tell me what note it is.
Alright, so that first note is an F, D, E, B, and that last one's a G. How would you do? Now that we know what the notes on the lines, let's look at the spaces. Spaces are honestly easier to learn as there's only 4 of them, and we have this dope little rhyme. Spaces have faces. It spells out face. And honestly, I use this when I'm trying to figure out what a note is.
The note we have here is E. Let's count up. F, A, C, E. It's the tallest space, meaning that it's E. Here we have the note A. F, A. We went up 2 spaces, so it's A. Here's the note F. It's the first space, meaning it's F. C is the third space up, and if we look, F, A, C, yep, this space is C.
Alright, so now that we know how to find a note using the lines and spaces, let's put it all together. If we try to find the note A, for example, we'll go up 1 line, a space, another line, then another space. E, F, G, A. So that would put us on A. Or we can just work faster and use the spaces. F, A. So pretty similar to what we've done before. Let's try to figure out what each note is. You can use either method, lines and spaces, or you can just do lines. So here's some notes. Give some time and try to figure it out. If you need more time, go ahead and pause the video. There's no rush, take the time you need, and when you feel ready, go ahead and press play.
Okay, here's your answers. How many did you get right? Alrighty then, let's go down below the staff and see ledger lines. If we go right below the staff, that note is a D. If we go down even below D, then we find middle C. Middle C is a really important note to a few instruments. It's vital on the piano and important for clarinets and trumpets. But other instruments, this note is either too high or too low. For choir kids, the altos sing this note a lot. Tenors occasionally go above the staff, and basses are occasionally forced to as well.
Notes can go above the staff too. We just keep following the alphabet. The note after F is G, then after G we got A, and honestly this is the highest note I like to play on oboe or clarinet. I can go higher, I just don't like it. Flutes, sorry, but you guys keep going way high and I don't even know what's happening there. Sopranos, sometimes you have to read above the staff. Okay, so that was a lot thrown at you really fast. Let's go back and see if we can name some of these ledger lines. Go ahead and pause the video like before and see if you can name it.
Okay, here are all of our answers. The first one was a C, then we have our G, a D, an A, and then our trick answer was the B. Coolio, let's go through and review everything we learned today. We're going to have some fun with note names to make some simple words. Music reading follows normal reading, so we go left to right. Okay, here's your first word.
Did you get it? We just use our rhyme. Spaces have faces. It says face.
Okay, let's go through and figure out what we wrote here. We go up every good boy because it's on a line, and so it's a B. The second letter is on a space, meaning we'll use our rhyme. Faces have spaces. F, A. The third note is directly below the staff on one of our ledger lines, which means it's a D. The fourth note is the second line, every good, making it a G. The last note is on the first line, every good boy, meaning it's E. Okay, let's put this whole word together. B-A-D-G-E. Badge. Little did you know we'd also be teaching you how to spell.
Alrighty then, boys and girls, let's wrap this up. To recap, we use every good boy does fine for the lines. Spaces have faces. And then if we want to go above the staff, we follow the alphabet. F, G, A, B, and so on. And then the notes restart to A. To go below the staff, we count the alphabet backwards. E, D, C, B, keep going. Now, if you really want to get good at reading notes, I recommend going to musictheory.net and practicing. There's not really any other way around it. The only way to learn notes is just do it. Hope this helped. Please remember to stay in school, do your homeworks, and don't do drugs.